Time now for our Mentors feature, and tonight we're looking at men leading a healthy lifestyle. A balanced nutrition plays an essential part in the overall health of men, and regular physical activity will also assist to lower a man's risk of developing a list of health conditions and diseases including stroke, type 2 diabetes and depression. To share valuable advice on how men can lead a healthier lifestyle, we're joined by Jean de Villiers, who is the Springbok captain and brand ambassador for Resolution Health Medical Scheme. Good evening to you, Jean, and welcome onto the Talk Shop.
Mr. Chala, thank you very much. Yeah, thanks for having me.
Jean de Villiers, I'm thinking a lot of men are sitting back and rubbing their boobs and thinking, yeah, Jean de Villiers can talk. He's a sportsman. We're not sportsmen.
Yeah, well, it definitely makes it easier when you're a sportsman. You sort of forced to do exercise every single day, and that definitely helps. So I suppose I'm in a very fortunate position.
But all men can lead a healthier lifestyle, am I correct? You don't need to be a sportsman. You don't need to be in a position where it is part and parcel of your job to be exercising, to be engaging in physical activity, to lead a healthier lifestyle.
Exactly. I think you're spot on there, and I think that's the key. We live in a fantastic country, and it's such a beautiful country, and I think you can actually that can help with doing exercise. Just by going for a walk every single day can make a huge difference to not only your diet but your physical state as well. So I think we try to make it a little bit difficult at times to stay healthy, but in a way, I think we're just a little bit lazy at times.
You talk about a walk. For a lot of people, gym means, or regular physical activity means going into the gym and exerting yourself over those machines for an hour or 90 minutes at best. That will be physical exercise. You say you don't need to be as drastic as that?
Yeah, I think, again, it depends on, from person to person. I think, first of all, you need to understand your own body. You need to know firstly, you need to realize what you need as a person and what you want to achieve, from your body and what you want to look like. Some people want to be skinny, some people want to have a little bit more fat on their body. So it's the way you want to see yourself as well. And once you realize what you want from yourself, then assess the situation and put a program together that can help you get there.
Can one be healthy and still have a little fat on their bones, as you say?
Definitely, I think sometimes people are too drastic as well. They cut with these diets where they basically eat nothing, and you don't get those nutritions in that you actually need to be able to live a healthy life, and sometimes it can be to your detriment. So I think you have to be very clever with what you do and what you eat and what you don't eat as well.
Let's talk about the food. What is it that people should be eating, especially men? Salads, not seen as man's food, really. What should men be looking for on their plates?
Yeah, but again, it changes from person to person. For me, for example, I love salad. So for me, it's easy to eat that, but you don't really get everything that you need. For me, as a sportsman doing exercise every day, I don't get all the nutritions that I need just out of salad. So I need a bit of potato, a bit of starch, the proteins. I eat meat every single day of my life. So it's getting the balances of all those things right. And like I said, first of all, understanding your body.
So how does one understand one's body, especially after, a particular diet that one has been following for most of their adult lives? It's very difficult to just start changing out of the blue, and especially when one does not know what to change to. So how do I get familiar with my body and get to know what my body needs and what my body doesn't need?
I think you're basically answering the question just by asking the question, in that if you don't know your body, if you don't know what you're supposed to eat or not to eat, go to a dietitian, go to your Virgin Active or any exercise club that you go and train at, and get the people there to help you with that. I think there's so many people with the expertise to be able to help you. Maybe spend some money on doing that, and then they'll put a diet together for you, and hopefully that can help you with gaining weight or losing weight or whatever you want to achieve out of your exercise.
We're talking about leading a healthier lifestyle right here on our Mentors Network, and we're joined by Springbok captain and brand ambassador for Resolution Health Medical Scheme, Jean de Villiers. Any questions for the Springbok captains with regard to how you can lead a healthier lifestyle? Give us a ring on 0891 104 207, 0891 104 207, or SMS us on 34701. SMS number is 34701, and SMSs are charged at £2. We're focusing on men leading a healthier lifestyle on our Mentors Network with Springbok captain Jean de Villiers, who is also brand ambassador for Resolution Health Medical Scheme. Now, when we're talking about going to a dietitian, the thinking is that men are fine as they are. It is women, and it's not even the thinking. The pressure is on women, Jean, at their bodies to stay in shape and retain the bodies that they had before the kids came along, especially as the years advance. But there's not the same pressure on men as well. How do we get men to understand that they also need to look after their health? They also need to be going for regular checkups with the doctor. They need to be consulting dietitians.
Yeah, I think that's changing very quickly in South Africa, I think men are starting to realize that you need to look after your body. You need to go for those checkups, and I think men are very much more aware of how they look, and that they have to look attractive to women, and I think men are actually taking more care of themselves. So that's definitely a step in the right direction. But the more we can make everyone aware of that and being able to go for those checkups, I think it's very important. It's vitally important for the future of South Africa.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. You also talk about how they use their downtime, their recreation time, to actually engage in a bit of physical activity while having fun.
Yeah, and it's not taking those drastic steps. It's sometimes just making a slight change in your diet. Maybe just cutting out butter in when you're eating bread, or taking one spoon of sugar in your coffee and not two. And then when you're going to the golf course to play 18 holes around the golf, don't take the cart. Carry your own clubs. We go for exercise, but then we get lazy. We go to the gym and we circle around in the parking lot waiting for the parking space right in front of the door of the gym. Park a little bit further away and walk to the gym, get some extra exercise.
And what about those who say, I am exercising, but I'm not losing the weight? People, men who are intent on losing the weight, saying, I'm not losing the weight, and getting discouraged. What's the importance of exercising even when one is not losing weight?
Yeah, that's again why I can really, tell the people out there to maybe go to a dietitian, and let them check on your diet and see what exactly are you eating, what exercise are you doing, because a lot of the time you're putting in the hard work and you're just missing it by a little bit, by just doing one thing wrong. Your body may be just reacting differently to the things that you're doing. Something that might be working for me won't necessarily work for you. And the dietitians and the fitness trainers and those sort of guys, they can help you with those decisions and help you with putting a plan together that you can hopefully benefit from.
John, how would you advise someone who's saying, I'm going to quit. I'm going to quit going to gym. I'm going to quit physical activity because I really don't see the results. So they're not seeing the results, in terms of they physically what is happening, their naked eye. But clearly there must be a lot that's happened in terms of reducing one's risk to illnesses.
Yeah, and that's the main thing, is that sometimes you might not see the results from the outside, but internally you're definitely getting those results, and you'll only be able to see that by going for your checkups yearly to your doctors, and I'm sure they'll be able to tell you that you are sort of extending your life in a way by leading a healthy life. And also with your question regarding people trying to give up their exercise and all of that, for me it must also be fun. What you're doing must be fun. You have to enjoy it. Once it starts becoming work and something that you have to drag yourself to go to gym and that sort of thing, then it's not fun anymore either. So once you get something that works for you, that you enjoy, that you want to do every day, suddenly the results will come quick, and suddenly you'll find that you're actually enjoying and you're getting the results. So it's a win-win situation.
In terms of exercise, what would you advise men to do? What is the minimum that they should start off with in terms of getting into a regular exercise routine? Some kind of physical activity that exerts, has them, sweating, that has them, that has their heart pumping. And I understand that also exercise puts you in a good mood.
Yeah, exactly, and it's getting outside, outside in the nice fresh air. You can start off with just taking your dogs for a 20-minute walk every day, and that can suddenly become maybe a jog for 20 minutes, or you can extend the walk to 30 minutes and then to 40 minutes. So it's starting off from a base, seeing where you're at this stage in your life, what you have been doing. It's also, you also don't want to go extreme. If you've been doing nothing for a year, it doesn't help to go run 10 Ks today, because then it might actually be worse for you. So it's starting off slowly, getting something that you do enjoy, and hopefully gradually improve on that, and then, like I said, hopefully get the results.
And what is the ideal physical activity? What should we be all aiming for, men and women, with regards to what is required by our bodies?
Yeah, again, that's a very difficult question, in that it differs from person to person, and you have to understand your body and know where you're at. For example, for me, I need a lot of exercise to maintain my physical condition. So, for a different person who's in maybe a desk job from 8 to 5, maybe they need 30 minutes a day. But it's also just getting that exercise, and like I said, also getting outside, getting away from life a bit, and just enjoying this beautiful country of ours.
Now, we spoke about diseases or health conditions like strokes, metabolic syndromes, type 2 diabetes, depression, certain types of cancer, and arthritis that men are prone to. Do you find more and more guys coming to you and saying, or even in the locker room, talking about, I've been for my regular checkup? And we're not talking, athletes here, but regular Joes who say, I've been for my checkup, I've been for my prostate checkup with my doctor, and I go for a regular, Dr. Elna McIntosh calls it the balls, and yeah. It's not 8 yet, so I won't mention the other word. But Dr. Elna McIntosh, the renowned sexologist, has a term for this particular test that men need to do regularly. Are more and more men doing it, or are men still shying away from visiting the doctor until something is radically wrong?
I think men are. I think men are still shying away from it. The woman has shown us so greatly how they've improved their going to the doctors for breast cancer, and really, putting pressure on each other by doing that. And I think men should be doing the same. I think as South Africans, we as South African men, we think we're strong and we don't need to see doctors and that kind of thing. But it's vitally important. At the end of the day, you have to look after your family. And if you don't go for those checkups, and you maybe something happens to you earlier than what you thought would, then your whole family is sitting without someone to care for them. So I think that's a responsibility that we as men have. That we need to do it, and we have to make each other aware of it. It's part of life, and it's something that's there, and it's something that we need to be aware of.
And I guess when a guy hears it from another guy, it has a completely different meaning as hear it from their female partner, who they would think, oh, there she goes nagging again, there she goes being alarmist again, and on and on.
Yeah, and I think just for for someone to know that if I can go up to your buddy and say, listen, I've been for this checkup. It's great, and it wasn't too bad. Everything's fine, and it's actually not that bad as what I thought it would be. Suddenly you've got the ease of mind, and you put the guts together to make an appointment and do the same thing. So it is making each other aware, and sometimes it's nicer getting it from a buddy than the wife actually telling you what to do again.
Again, says Jean de Villiers. There are wives in South Africa going up in arms saying, Jean, what are you saying? Jean de Villiers.
Luckily my wife's not listening, eh?
Again, I like that. Jean de Villiers, Springbok captain and brand ambassador for Resolution Health Medical Scheme. Thank you so much for your insights, sir. Appreciate it.
Only a pleasure.
Men leading a healthier lifestyle, and he says that in his downtime he plays a round of golf with his mates and he walks the dogs, and he says an average 18-hole round of golf requires anything between 3 and 5 hours of walking, translating into a good workout while doing what you love most. So find what you love most, he says, sharing valuable advice on how men can lead a healthier lifestyle. Thank you so much, Jean de Villiers, Springbok captain and brand ambassador for Resolution Health Medical Scheme.